To the United States, the militarization of the police force is making waves as the Department of Justice decides whether to bring discrimination charges against police in Ferguson, Missouri. Our correspondent, Alexandra Hall, spoke with activists in Washington, D.C., and she brings us what they told her.
If you're a young man of color in Washington, D.C., you know that when men with guns jump out of an unmarked car and start asking you questions, you don't move.
I was originally thinking, we're being carjacked or robbed. Whoever these guys are, they're going to shoot me in the back if I start running or chase me and beat me. And so just kind of toughed it out. There was really nothing else to do. They were armed, we weren't.
Those guys were police, and the tactic was a jump out. Although not officially acknowledged by D.C. police, they're consistently reported in Washington, D.C.'s African American and Latino neighborhoods. The ACLU, which is investigating such incidents, finds that they're often aggressive, rarely result in arrest, and almost always go undocumented.
You have every year more than 45,000 arrests, and 96% of them are for nonviolent offenses. Over 80% of the overall arrests are of black people, despite black people making up only 50% of the population.
The local signs of a nationwide problem. The Department of Justice has said it's considering a lawsuit against the Ferguson Police Department following the death of Michael Brown and months of protests, where activists pointed out the use of military equipment to control crowds.
The militarization of police in this country has gone far beyond military-grade equipment and really permeates into the culture and the tactics and the strategies that are employed in this war on drugs, which is essentially a war on black and brown communities.
A petition against jump outs in the nation's capital is now gaining support, but the relationship between law enforcement and some families in the United States is already damaged.
Well, statistically speaking, as a black male, every 28 hours it could be me that could be the next hashtag police security or otherwise vigilante like George Zimmerman, so I have zero trust in our law enforcement agency.
As those personally affected take steps to outlaw such tactics, authorities risk alienating a generation of young men and women who don't trust the police. Alexandra Hall, Washington, D.C., Telesur.